Hello, and welcome to yet another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am one of your hosts for tonight, and it is very important that I start out this FPS by calling out Marzi and saying thank you for making the title card. This is the entire reason I wanted to do the intro, because it was really important to me that I make a call out to Marzi for doing the title card, because I couldn't make a title card, and I was going to... It was really messing with me, trying to learn Clip Studio Paint just to make a title card and failing miserably. So thank you, Marcy, for coming in and making a title card so that we could do this FPS. Anyways, I am joined today by yet another wonderful person who has done a lot to help make this FPS possible. From having the character who is kind of needed for this FPS to being willing to make an impromptu FPS to just, in general being one of the best people I've ever known and a wonderful friend and nice and kind with tasty art who always has fun
beloved.
things to say
No, beloved.
and they're always sweet. And you see, they're trying to interrupt me, but what they don't understand is everything I said about them is true because they just make me happy, and they're the kind of person in your life who, like, whenever you start to talk about them, you just can't stop because there's so many good things to say. From the way that they talk to you, the way they talk to other people, they have like all these little tiny things. Like, listen to them. Look how do you listen to this? This is the sound of someone who is pure and good and wonderful and kind, and you can hear in their voice because look at that. I know they're so wonderful, and they're trying to stop me, but what they don't understand is they can't stop me because I care a lot about them, and I have a lot of words to say, and they're...
Spec, beloved, I'm dying. We already had loving hours earlier.
Wow. See, here's the thing. Here's the proof I need to do this more. Is because they think that they are assuming that my love for them is limited to just one loving hours. No, they're such a wonderful person. They inspire enough love for a day's worth of loving hours. I could have done this all day, beloved.
I grab you and I shake you around. And I'm handing you an Uno reverse card and I'm gluing it to you.
You're getting more forceful with these.
This is what you do to me, beloved. Anyway.
What?
We should probably actually introduce ourselves and our characters, huh?
Yeah, why don't you go first? The best go first.
Then why don't you go first?
Okay, we doing in sync. 3, 2. I'm joking. You go first, top to bottom.
Yeah, top to bottom. Alright, hi! I'm Fletch, and today I'm going to be playing my horrible little baby detective, Camille. Normally I would say 6, but I don't know where this takes place in relation to his birthday, so we won't worry about that. He's just a little baby.
We don't talk about his birthday. We don't talk about his birthday because you've angsted that so much for me. No, you aren't allowed to talk about his birthday anymore. You've lost those rights.
Okay, he had a good birthday. Canonically, he had a good birthday. Spent with his brother and everything because the reveal already happened, and so it's fine.
All we know this is post-reveal. We don't know. Timelines are funky. It can be post his birthday. You choose.
Yeah, it is probably that. We just won't worry about that for now. It's fine.
Oh no, it's really important that I know. That's my eyes at you.
Okay, fine. It's post his birthday.
Thank you. Anyways, see, what Fletch doesn't know is Fletch went, hey, let's do it. Fletch went, hey, we can do Fluff for this, and I went, okay, and I grinned and bat my eyes.
Well, now I know what the thing you're planning is.
Oh no, you don't. You have no idea the ways I'm going to murder you.
Oh boy.
With Fluff. Listen, this can be a high angst FPS. We don't know, but I have a couple of things I'm gonna do that at least we're gonna have our Fluffs pop-ins.
Alright.
Anyways, I should probably say who I'm playing. I am playing the wonderful beloved, despite his chaotic, I don't even know what he is, private investigator Grim Tome. Yeah. He doesn't have any. I don't know when his birthday is. He's been vibing. It's just Tome. Don't worry about it. But we don't. Yeah, it's Tome. That's enough to summarize him. If you were listening to this FPS, you have either listened to multiple Camille games or multiple Tome games. Either way, you have heard about Tome because he's.
Tall disaster Toon, who he loves so very much.
Yeah, he is a disaster. We love him, but man, he is. Anyways, hey, what's Camille doing?
Yeah, Camille has, well, after meeting Glue and all that, Camille does sometimes, make the trek out to visit the Toontown library, and sometimes he does check out a book. But that also means that he has to return said book, uh, to make sure that he does not incur fees or the wrath of any librarians.
Yeah, we've all seen the librarian at Toontown too.
Yeah, so it's fine. It's fine. He's very much on top of it and totally did not forget until the last possible day. So it's fine. He got the book all returned and taken care of, but it is. I believe he said it was quite rainy.
Oh, it's absolutely raining because let's be honest, the plot is very convenient sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is absolutely pouring out there. It's the type of rain that either there's a murder happening nearby.
Should I
We
roll
hope not.
survival?
Do it. Roll the survival. Come on, let's just do this to ourselves.
Okay, no, it's fine. Today, there's no murder.
Oh my gosh, you avoiding the murder. Tome already took care of it.
Yeah.
Tome woke up and went, "Oh God, it's a murder day." Went out looking. Anyways, it's one of those things where like either a murder's happen, there's a dramatic breakup, or it's a rain day special. Because those do happen. One of those you have to stay inside specials in the TV shows. Either way, it's like plot level rain, which means it's hard to see. You can't stay in the library forever though, so you're forced to go out into that.
Yeah. And so he's trying to make his way back to Vealstown, where it is notably not this bad. But let's see how your boy handles things by making this at disadvantage. And oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh,
That's
beloved.
a 4.
Beloved.
He gets sick.
You could have kept the first one. God. Okay. Nope. You know what? I can work with this. So can I get a perception? At
Sure.
disadvantage because heavy rain.
Okay, so that's 10. Alright, I guess your boy is a bit too sick to notice much right now.
Oh, God.
That's a 12. He has a plus 10 modifier.
Ugh, disgusting. 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 We're fixing this on my end. I'm gonna catch up to you. Just you wait. There is it. You don't notice it. At first, that is still a 12. I have to respect the 12, even though you rolled a 2. Um, there is a moment before you just hear little detective.
Okay, but what
From
if we
behind
had
you.
Tome roll just to
You want me to
see?
roll perception?
Just to see if a
Okay,
certain thing happens again.
beloveds. This is gonna be great. I'm rolling at disadvantage too because heavy rain.
God!
Oh!
Dice
The
Person said
dice said
22 and
22 and
only
22
22.
only. The dice said, "How dare you assume this man can't see in his own city?" Okay, dice, understood. Wow. Listen, the gag's for when he meets people. Okay, we as it managed.
He's learned to look down.
After the last time and how easily the kid sneaked up on a rainy day, he's a little on rainy days.
Yeah, and it paid off this time.
Yeah. So, Camille, you feel a gentle hand on your shoulder, and there's a detective. And crouching down next to you is a very familiar, tall Toon.
I guess I probably do have to roll it quick. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
Camille
poor beloved.
very much jumps at the hand on his shoulder and seems very startled, but he does notice that, oh, okay, this hand belongs to Tome a moment later, and calms down. And he's just like,
What are you doing out here?
Tome, I had to return a library book.
Time to roll insight to see if Tome can figure out the sick from that, because gods, I can hear it in the way you're voice acting.
Oh, Tome.
I'm so excited to get that extra expertise on this. Tome kind of blinks and is looking you over. Obviously hasn't picked up on it, but
I
he
mean,
does seem to something's
you could roll a medicine.
hey. We can try that. If he gets a decent roll on this, I know what to flavor it as. Okay. That works a lot better. So Tome looks you over and he notices something's just slightly off. So he very gently brings his hand up to place it on your forehead and quickly feels the fever and just gives a quiet sigh. You got yourself sick again.
It's fine. I can get home pretty easily.
No, you're not walking in this weather. Come on. And Tome's just gonna pick you up very gently and hold you close in his arms.
Alright, cool. There's indeed a little squeak as that happens because that's just something he does now.
Perish.
God, and Camille kind of like, it's like, Tom, I'm fine.
This is not fine, Camille. He got a 19. He can tell how sick you are.
Yeah, and Camille is not struggling much, partially because, yeah, buddy, you have a -3 to your strength, and I force you to roll athletics every time. It's not happening. And he's just like, I just need to get home. It probably won't get too bad before that.
No, don't you use propolis on me. It's late at night. It's raining. It's cold, and let's be honest, it's the plot.
Oh, do I hate the plot sometimes?
I think we both do, kid. And Tome kind of looks around in thought before he looks down at you. And there is obviously a lot of thought going on behind his head right now behind those eyes.
I could tip the scales in one way by having him do a weak little cough.
Oh, yes, so do it. Do it.
Yeah, he does it. Do you want me to cough into the mic? That
No,
might.
you don't have to cough into the mic. You don't have to cough into the mic. I was just knowing if I was saying if you wanted to, you does that happen? Okay, so he coughs.
Yeah, it does.
And
Yeah.
here's the quiet little cough and just Tom just handed me holding him a little bit closer and he goes, okay, no, come on. We're getting you out of the rain. This way. And Tome starts walking through Toontown.
And
Just holding you.
And I think, what should I roll to realize that this is not the usual route to get back to the office?
I would say either perception or survival.
Alright. We're gonna go with, okay, this book is rain. Yeah, we're gonna go with, perception on that, I think.
Ooh. Yeah,
It
you
probably
figured out.
takes him a bit, because he's a
It takes
little
him a
on the...
bit because that's a 14,
Yeah.
but he figures it out.
Yeah, and there is a very confused blank as his eyebrows kind of draw together, like, this isn't how you get back to the office.
Well, we're not going back to the office just yet.
Why not? That's where I went last time.
Yes, and last time you got very sick.
Yeah, but,
I'm not going to make it a gag that when you visit me, you end up sick.
well, Rovato and Moria took care of it just fine.
Still, we don't need to make it a gag, Camille. And with that perception, because I'll let you take the 21 and use it for this now. You notice that you are slowly starting to go from the parts of Toontown that kind of are the kind you see in most shows where it's your just normal houses, to you're very much reaching the area of Toontown that is featured in either crime shows or it's very much what's meant to be the poorer part of Toontown.
Yeah, there's another
With
look
like
confused.
way like all the like it's just the amount of details put into things. It has almost age to it.
Yeah, Camille kind of just blinks, like, where are we going?
We're going to my apartment. And Tome says this with a little bit of a deep breath. You can insight that if you wish.
Sure. Okay, you didn't. I see that's what you were saving it for.
Is that a nat 20? Yeah, that's a nat 20. I knew it. Yeah, that's a 30, and I will give you a 30's worth of stuff. Tone very much is telling you the truth. He's taking you to his apartment. It's Tome. You can tell he's taking you there because he only wants to help. Okay, so you've got that much. You know that this is still Tome. This is safe. All that, even though it is the poor part of town, it's Tome. You can trust Tome. You can very much tell that he, however, is very stiff and on edge as he enters this part of town, and that he also does not necessarily want to be taking you to his apartment, but he is very much determined on it.
That's fun.
He's a detective.
Yeah.
He's going to be a little bit more tense in this part of town.
So yeah, Camille definitely makes note of that and is just, are you sure?
Well, I need to take care. I'm going to help. I'm going to make sure. There's definitely that stuttering from actual Tone. I'm going to make sure that you feel better before we're taking you back to Village Town. And best place to do that is my place, I guess.
Meanwhile, Camille is very glad that usually before he goes to Toontown, he does put in the disclaimer like, hey, plot might get me, so don't get worried if I'm not back for a while.
Having to put that disclaimer on Toontown specifically, thanks to Tome, possibly as well.
Toontown's just like that, man.
Toontown just like that.
Yeah, and so Camille kind of just slumps a bit. Like, if you're sure.
I'm very sure. And you can tell he means that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any fighting you on this.
Can you repeat that? Sorry, someone walked in.
Yeah. He said, I don't think there's any fighting you on this.
Well, there isn't, so you got that right. And Tome walks to. I feel like at this point they've reached pretty decently into it. And Tome walks to a building, and he, just for the fun of it, no, I'm gonna say the least have keypads. He unlocks the door somehow. Keypad, I don't know. And he steps in through the gate, and then he is carrying you up some stairs very, very quickly until he does actually reach his apartment. And this time he will pull out a key. Let's see. Okay, does not fumble. Whew, that was close though. And he unlocks the door, and you step inside, and it's a giant shift inside Tome's apartment because instead of it being what you would expect from this kind of genres or this kind of area, the type of rundown apartment where everything's kind of falling apart and it's a lot like things aren't even packed all the way out, only one mattress, not even a bed frame. Yeah, it's not like that. It's actually a pretty decent insight to an apartment. There is plenty of furniture. It's mostly clean. It's still Tome, so there's stuff scattered around, but it's mostly clean. There is one bed. There's one like decent sized bed. There's a couch. There's a table or two. There is a desk with a gamer's chair, and a computer, and a notable amount of papers, along with some lamps. There is a good number of papers just everywhere in this place. There's places to store said papers, and then there is a lot of conspiracy boards in one corner. And then along with that seems to be a place where the apartment does like cut off around the corner to like a kitchen and a bathroom and two separate rooms, but they both cut off from the main area. And Tome, still holding you, but moving to hold you in one arm, locks the door and then just very gently carries you to the couch and plops you down.
Yeah, and Camille accepts getting plopped down, though he is kind of blinking like, I always thought you would have probably lived in, if, dirty dishes everywhere and trash piled up in corners.
Uh, uh, excuse me? And Tome looks at you in a bit of mock hurt. I love the meta jokes we're doing, by the way.
Camille kind of gives Tome a smirk, like, it just seems like the type.
Well, Yachi, you want to insight that?
Camille,
Well,
hey, what the fuck?
did he get another nat 20? Oh
I
my
swear I actually rolled the dice.
god! You can tell the way Tome instantly looks away. His apartment used to look like that. It does not. And you can tell somebody else got involved. Um, that's a 30, and I have to give you something else. Technically, this would count more perception, but you notice a lot of the color schemes in the room are a mix of Tome's very detective style with there's at least a couple items, specifically like the gamer. Well, I don't know about the gamer shirt, but there's definitely a notable amount of purple and white in there that matches Tome's pin that he's wearing right now. Which, yes, Gallery, he has been hearing you laugh at him.
Tome cringe comp. And yeah, so Camille takes all that in and kind of just gives Tome a slight smile, like, well, I'm glad that you have someone else looking out for you.
I, like I told you, I had someone step in recently and very much give me a talk. Yes, Gallery, I am self-caring. And he shoots a little glare at his pen.
There is a little bit of a snort from Camille.
Oh, don't. You know, they just told me you need a self-care too.
Self-care, just fine.
Tome looks at the current situation at hand and blinks.
It's not my fault that plot made me sick. And he
I
kind of
don't.
sniffles.
God's kid. And Tome is starting to walk towards the kitchen to listen to what he looks at the gallery. You hear him mumble, Gallery, I understand you think cocoa would be good, but I think tea's a bit better right now. You're right, soup would work as well. And he moves to start making some tea in a kettle and then also turning on the stove and making soup because Tome has actual food now. Tome has actual food. I hate that
Good.
this I have to say. Tome has actual food in his fridge. He has an actual fridge as well because somebody really did bonk him on the head aggressively on this.
Also, I should note, Camille is still very much soaking wet.
Oh, Tome's not smart. He's gonna get there eventually. He's gonna start the stuff and then he's gonna take care of that.
Yeah, it's okay. I can have him do a little shiver.
God, Tome hears that and he jumps a little and goes, God's okay. 1 second, shit. He does use his one curse word on that.
Oh, Tome.
He's worried. And he turns around, leaving this, making sure it's just the water. I don't actually know how to make soup. It dawned on me.
Usually you prepare all of the ingredients first, and then you put it all in stock or broth, and you let it go for usually a long time, like never below 30 minutes. If
Okay,
there's
Tome does
noodles, you
all
usually
that.
put that in last.
Tome does all that. Okay. And that's when he hears the shiver and he goes, oh, okay. And he quickly hurries over and he looks at you soaking wet. And there is a moment of thought before he realizes he does. Wait, Tome has prestigitation? For me having actually for once having a character who has a spell.
I mean,
Tome
do you want him to do that, or do you want him to do something else?
What else can he do, beloved?
I simply do a little shrug.
No, we're gonna make him dad. Tome is going to. Tome hears the gallery and goes, good idea. And he. Oh, beloved, I was already thinking of that much. He very much takes a look at the situation and goes, okay, 1 second. And he rushes to the bathroom and comes back with the towel and he just very carefully wraps it up and he burritos you. You get burritoed, Camille. I'm so sorry. You're burritoed.
There's a very indignant yelp from Camille. She's like, hey!
You gotta. 1 second. You gotta dry off some before clothes. You need new clothes. And Tome is scrambling to one of the few boxes that did not get moved. And he's just kind of digging through it.
I can try myself, you know.
Well, then, and he kind of nods towards the bathroom. There is that. You can go dry off in there.
And he nods and
Roll
grabs.
to escape roll to escape the bundle.
Gosh.
I'm sorry. It would be funny.
I should probably do disadvantage because he's sick, huh?
Also, gallery, you send that last message, which for the audience listening in the future says, Camille, let him love you, and Tome just kind of curses, doesn't curse, but he very goes, shh, quiet, gallery. No, I'm not a dad. Calm down. Yep, you can't escape, Camille. You're stuck.
Yeah. Camille
Gallery, I can hear you. Go, Fletch, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. He's getting bullied by the gallery. But Camille, he is, he very much tries to get out of the burrito, but he's trapped. And there's just a little, so very tired sigh.
The gallery's complimenting Tome. He's just blinking for a second. That's North in character. Sorry. The gallery. Kid stuck. Okay. The gallery. I love the idea of the galleries having to walk to him how to be a parent. This is the best twist we could have had. Tome very much. I'm not bringing out the book in front of the kid gallery. He is very perceptive. Tome very much. I gotta look away from the gallery for 5 seconds to just get this sentence out of my mouth. Tome goes through all of this stuff for a good bit before he finds he finds a clean coat at least, and then he finds a couple of clothes that he hasn't. Toon logic, he has something that fits the kid. You know that trope where a person just happens to have like that one set of clothes from when they're a kid, even though I don't think I know anybody who actually has their clothes from as a kid on them. But hey, tropes are a thing, I guess.
Just very old PJs.
Yeah. No, actually, no, PJs might work. Actually, hold up. He wouldn't even have to have old PJs. I know that sounds stupid, but listen, hear me out. I have an idea. He finds some PJs of some sort, and then hearing that the kid's stuck, turns around and oh wait, yeah, he can't have kid tone clothes, as the gallery pointed out. I forgot Tone used to be smaller than Camille. That actually won't work. No, he does find. Give me a second. Actually, hold up, this will work. He finds PJs. You'll see why this works in a bit. He finds PJs, and he, seeing that Camille is still stuck, very much walks over and picks up the kid and helps unbundle him before kind of nodding towards the bathroom and holding out the dry clothes.
And Camille takes the towel end off her clothes and is just like, yeah, thank you. And he's just a little bit huffy at being burritoed, but it's fine. He goes off to the bathroom to dry off and change.
I will say the reason I thought I remembered. You've seen a drawing of Tome without his coat. I think this actually would fit Camille. It'd be long, so he's gonna have to roll all the sleeves and pant legs up. But I think it actually's gonna fit Camille, and
It's fine. He can just wear the turtleneck like a nightgown.
He can. It works out. This also means he has sweater paws.
It sure does. Yeah, and so yeah, he exits the bathroom shortly after. Dryer this time, with
Is his hair poof? Can Tome poof his hair?
yeah, he can't exactly wear his hat since it's soaking wet right now. So yeah,
Love it.
his hair is very much he does not have his hat or his disguise. He does still have his glasses though, but no hat. And the hair poof is there despite the wetness.
Yes. Tome's gonna notice the little small hair poof, and you said despite the wetness. So I hand the idea, Tome noticing that, and getting one more towel and just very gently rubbing Camille's head dry.
You get a little groan like, Tom, it's fine.
That is not fine. I'm not letting you get sick, Camille.
Well, you're a bit late for that.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not letting you get sicker.
Guess that's fair.
And once he has you completely dried off and in dry clothes as well, he is once again going to just scoop you up.
Hey!
I feel like Tome is probably at this also point changed coats at least, so he's dry as well. His hat's probably hung up somewhere, dripping. Maybe he prestidigitation that.
It's fine, don't worry. And yeah, Camille's just like, hey! At getting picked up. Because, bro.
I was gonna carry you over to the couch, but I mean, would you rather walk?
Oh, you've already gone ahead and picked me up. But I can
Sorry.
walk on my own, you know?
I know it was. Tom's a little flustered. Sorry. I was trying to be nice. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Tom's just gonna very gently carry you over the couch and place you down, and he's gonna rub the back of the neck. I'm working on the soup and tea.
That's like, alright. Thanks again.
Of course, Camille. Least I can do while you're in my hometown.
Man. Man, he sure did just hand me a bundle of mixed emotions.
Oh, realized. Oh.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, Camille. I didn't think. Tome doesn't know.
he doesn't
And
know. So it's
I
fine.
didn't.
It's fine. Camille kind of just. There's a little bit of a weak laugh as he's just like, yeah, I guess that's right.
I'm inciting it. I'm sorry. I have to. You can lie something. I don't know, but Tome has to incite a weak laugh like that.
Alright, let's pull out the stuff at disadvantage. Really? You're really doing this? You're really doing this, huh?
Oh?
It's
Why
28
are
and
you
29.
like this?
I know. It's the weak laugh is totally just 'cause he's sick, you know?
Yep, Tome believes you. I really need to get that soup ready. Okay, oh, here, Minami and Lore got these for me, and he moves over to get, some puzzles and a black and white Rubik's Cube, and he places them down in front of Camille. I haven't been able to solve them yet, but maybe you can figure them out?
Uh, okay.
Just something to keep you busy while I work on the soup and tea. God, she's so awkward right now.
Yeah, you want to roll insight?
Absolutely. That's a 22.
Yeah, he's a bit, uh, he is a little bit confused at you presenting him this puzzle. But yeah, sure, he can do that.
Tome doesn't know. Listen, Tome, bless his heart, does not know how to talk to the kid right now for a million reasons. Because one, the text messages are a thing that is currently in his head, and then secondly, the gallery's already pointed out the book multiple times. Well, not multiple times, one time, but it's very much been pointed out to him. So yeah, Tome's trying to not talk to the kid right now.
Yeah, Camille's confusion is mostly just like, why is this put out in front of me? Oh, right. Yeah, you usually try to keep children as distracted as possible, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
So yeah, he accepts that,
Yeah,
and
he thinks you're 6 still.
yeah.
That's one of the ones you haven't told, actually. Now that you actually have a list of ones you have told, you have ones that you haven't told still.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And Camille kind of just blinks and moves the puzzle a little bit closer, like, oh, all right. Thank you, I guess.
Of course.
But
And
he's a detective. He's been presented with a puzzle. He's going to try and solve. Hey, um,
is that
no.
another nat 20?
No, I'm going to re-roll this. I'm going to find.
Was that another nat 20?
Yeah.
Do it. Keep it. I don't care at this point. Oh my god.
I
This
am
is like the
sick
opposite of
and
the other
tired.
game where we had so many nat 1s.
Why do you keep getting nat 20s? Please, I am begging you. Am I rolling the dice wrong or something?
I'm rolling the dice wrong or something.
Anyways, that's a
Camille
30
said
on
no.
investigation.
Yeah, bless poor Tome. He may not have been able to solve it, but you solve them all pretty quickly before even the soup's able to finish, or any of the tea.
I mean, I should probably roll at disadvantage because he's sick.
You want to do that? Would that make you feel better, Fletch?
Just a little bit.
Okay, roll at disadvantage. If he gets another nat 20, I'm crying.
No, he got a 6. That's a 16.
Okay, so it takes you a bit. I will say by the time you finish, Tome's able to come over with 2 bowls of soup and 2 little cups of tea. And he just very gently places them down in front of you on the little table as he moves to sit down on the couch next to you. He gave me very conflicting emotions about this. Moves to sit down on the couch next to you.
And Camille takes he takes the soup and tea with another little thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
And he's gonna actually take a moment to look at the tea because, what kind of tea is it?
Tome would not know how to actually. People in the members of the gallery. What did they sent just coffee to Tome, right? Trying to remember correctly. It was just coffee, right? Yes. Okay. So the didn't send tea. I hate to say it, Tome does not probably just. You know what? Has Camille ever drank tea in front of Tome?
Um,
I don't think so.
yeah, no, he had hot cocoa the last few times.
All right. I'm gonna roll a survival and see if it's at least good tea. It's not the tea. I can already tell you right now. It's not the tea that Camille likes because Tome is not Ghiblian in any way. Ghibelline. It is some pretty good tea, though. That's almost a nat 20. That's a 23. It is some very good tea, though.
Yeah, it is unfortunately made in the British way. It's...
Is that the only two options we have here?
Well, the way Camille likes his tea is he likes when he's sick he likes to get herbal tea with a bit of honey. It's
I'm gonna say it's probably not the other, just because it's definitely much when you're kind of sick tea. Meaning it probably is on the herbal end. I just meant it wasn't like any fancy prep, so he probably doesn't have like a bunch of honey or stuff in that. It's very much your stereotypical sick tea.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? He's still gonna take it. And does take a sip. And it is. That's a 23, yeah. He's fine with it. And you wanna use that survival roll for the soup too?
Yes, please.
Yeah. And he also takes a little bit of the soup and kind of thinks like, huh, you're a surprisingly good cook.
There's a small choke. Surprisingly.
I would have thought that you like survived entirely off of like ramen and microwave meals.
Want to insight that?
Okay, we're back to acceptable levels.
Let's see.
That's a 15.
In a second. I'm gonna roll counter and deception just for fun. I almost sent that in the wrong chat. He has never made food like that, ever. No, that's a 22. Tome has a completely straight face. Or as straight as Tome can be.
Yeah, Camille kind of just thinks like, well, I guess I was wrong.
I've had a lot of practice recently.
Recently?
I hope you enjoy the soup. Tome is not. Tome is staring at his tea. Tome is sipping his tea.
He'll kind of squints for a moment before he goes back to the soup and drink because he is cold and he is hungry and it's good. He probably doesn't talk much
How
when
are they
he's
going to
eating.
start to talk? They're so awkward. Help them both.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be talking much when eating, but after he's done, he's just like, well, Eve, thank you again. Can probably head home now.
While you're still sick.
I've made the journey in worse conditions. He's. I think he's handing me that
Camille!
he's currently kind of falling asleep.
1 second.
I guess I'll roll a con to see. Yeah, I don't even need to do that at dis. That's a 3. He's falling asleep as he speaks. Yeah.
Yeah, he starts to fall asleep, and oh, Tome is handing me such a dad move. But you go first.
Yeah, so he is very much falling asleep mid-sentence. can't even finish what he was about to say as his eyes drift close and he kind of flops over onto Tome.
Yeah, Tome very much makes sure to catch the soup and tea and make sure it places down before he just very gently places a hand on Camille and just lets him lean up against him as he sips his tea and looks down with the softest of smiles. And he just very gently starts to, you know that thing people do whenever somebody falls asleep, where they just kind of just gently stop the gallery. Starts to like rub someone's back very gently and runs a hand through their hair. You know the movie scenes.
Yeah, he is such a dad.
He is, but he just does it, and he's just sipping his tea. He's gonna at least finish his food and drink, but he is not moving and disturbing the kid yet.
Yeah, Camille
So
is
gallery, you get like a
out.
minute or two to bully him.
You want me to read stuff out loud for you?
You can read stuff out loud if you wish.
Yeah, so we have Dad Tome, points, haha, you're dad.
Tome's God, I should not have given you this power. Tome very much kind of stiffens a bit before shooting the pin another look.
Boogie woogie woogie, you're a caring father. Hey, double redheads.
Okay, we've lost gallery privileges because I'm dying.
You
Wait, no, we can get one more in.
You're dad. Boogie woogie woogie.
Remember when we thought this was gonna be a high angst FPS? I can't tell if that's gonna happen later, or we're just firmly set in Fluff now.
You are a dad.
Tome very much
Head scritches
sighs.
to the cam. Tome become dad. Congratulations.
Okay, gallery, that's enough. And there's a long sigh as Tome finally finishes up his tea and soup, and
At the
then
hair
looks
move.
down at Camille.
Pokemon evolution achieved.
You're having way too much fun with this, aren't you?
Yes. Alright, that one can't be read because that's spoilies.
Yeah, that one does not get heard by Tome. That one, Tome jumps a bit at the censored, but it's fine. So yeah, Tome, after finishes it, kind of scoots Camille a bit closer before gently scooping him in his arms, and then he carries Camille over to the bed and lays him down. And he pulls up the covers and gently tucks Camille into the bed with a sigh. Oh my gosh, Tome just handed me something. Okay. Moon, what am I gonna do with you? He says Moon.
Oh, I hold
You picked
him.
up the kids. You picked up the kids' talk.
Oh,
I'm having emotions now, Your Honor.
Hands you emotions, hands you emotions, hands you. Yeah, so Camille is way out right now.
Yeah. Tome doesn't make him doesn't do anything. He probably just goes after that and sits down and he making sure the kid's very asleep. Let's roll. Pulls out the book on parenting and does a quick skim of that. Because he has no idea what he's doing. He thinks he's very much doing what he thinks he should do, but he definitely needs to check his notes.
Oh, beloved.
He's trying, Your Honor, especially because he doesn't think he can dad the kid. He does not think he can or should be the kid's dad. But Gods, as he's trying right now.
It's a bit late for that, buddy.
No, Tome's in denial. Let him be in denial a bit. Camille's yet to call him dad, so he's safe.
I hold up Camille. Do you really think he's gonna do that?
He is sleepy.
He is sleepy, but I don't know if you want to be mistaken for that father.
A lot of mixed emotions on this. 1 second.
That would be something that we would have to discuss with
I'm
someone.
like, I don't. Yeah, that's the reason I was like, because that's the reason I said mixed emotions. So I was like, feel like I don't know which. Yeah,
Yeah, you would probably get mixed up with the other one, the not good one.
Yeah, I don't like that. We can't do that. I just want them to go that.
It's fine. I hold you.
It's fine. 1 second. Anyways, yeah, all Tome's enemies, he does his little brush up, and then he, for one last time, walks over to Camille and just gently brushes his hair back and makes sure the kid's asleep with the softest of smiles.
Aww.
Nope, nope, he's not giving him a kiss on the head. That is his instinct, but he very, very distinctly goes, no, nope, I'm not the kid's dad. I won't do that. Gallery, I cannot do that. Gallery, I cannot do that. Not even the kid's father. Gallery. Gallery, that is.
God, the gallery is currently just bullying Tome into into going through the forehead kiss.
They're threatening that if he doesn't do this, this is how kids get nightmares.
You want to roll, like, God, what would it
A
be?
whiz.
Whiz? Yeah.
Should I do a whiz save or check?
Let's do a whiz save.
Okay,
Since
high. And before we roll it, is high gives a kiss or low gives a kiss?
probably low because you would have been bullied into it.
Oh my gosh!
God.
Tom got bullied by a chat into giving a kid a kiss on the head.
And now they're telling him he doesn't have to.
But you guys, you can't do this to Tome. He's having a bit of a crisis now. He's just standing there next to the kid having a crisis. Okay, gallery, you all can send one vote in now. 1 means gives a kiss on the head. 2 means doesn't. Vote now. Okay, he doesn't give the kid a kiss on the head. Oh.
Well, what about hair ruffles or head pats? Because I guess they've
Okay, he
suggested
does do
that
that.
too.
He very much has a debate before he instead leans down and just kind of ruffles his head and says, "Good night, Camille." And there is this moment before he considers giving him a kiss on the head. And it's very obviously something, it's almost instinct to him, but he does pull away before he does because he's not the kid's dad. And he's not going to do that. So he does that, and then he crawls onto the couch, and he falls asleep himself.
All right.
Now let's roll con to see, testing con to see who wakes up first. Or, unless you had something?
Nope.
No? Oh? You sure?
Well, he's very much passed the fuck out. I
You
don't
can roll
know
a
what.
con if you want, just to see if he woke up for that.
No, that's a 5.
Nope. He's that cold. Contesting con then to see who wakes up first?
Sure.
Just for the fun of it.
Yeah. Okay, I will give him this because sick means more sleep. Ah, that's fun. That's a 2.
Yeah! Wow. Tome wakes up 8 hours later, a decent amount of sleep. He's been getting better, and Camille's still out cold. But he doesn't plan on waking the kid because the kid is sick. So instead, he goes and he makes some cinema rolls because he can make his own cinema rolls now.
Hell
Actually, he doesn't
yeah.
need to. He has cinema rolls sent to him. He simply gets those for breakfast. And he then moves over to his conspiracy boards and just starts working on them. He still has his case. He may be unknowingly adopting a kid, but he still has his case to work on.
Alright. So let me see. First, let's roll a con to see how much better he's doing. Okay, he's doing a lot better, actually. That's a 19.
All that extra sleep helped. All that extra sleep helped.
Yeah, extra sleep, getting cared for, all that definitely helped, so he's not as sick as he was yesterday. And now let's see how long it takes him to wake up. Yeah, okay. He wakes up not too long after Tome starts working on the conspiracy boards. So he is going to roll some things because he is still a little bit, maybe just a tiny bit paranoid about waking up somewhere he does not recognize.
That's fair.
So that is a... Okay. Alright, that's fair, I guess. So that is a whiz, and
Okay. Whew.
that
Whew.
is... Yeah, so he's not freaking out, but he is, for just a bit, gonna be, that's a stealth to see if he can pretend to be asleep for longer. Just to kind of get a bit more, information about where he is, what's going on. Probably doesn't take
You
him
want to
too
roll a
long to
perception?
realize. Alright.
Can't give you visuals because you're asleep, but I can give you audio.
That's a 17.
You can very much hear Tome's voice because he is definitely mumbling to himself and to the gallery. But you can also hear the faint sound of a city outside the window. So it's mid-afternoon. I'm going to say it's afternoon. Considering how late you were passed out. That's a 2. You were passed out.
Yeah, he was very, very passed out. But yeah, so he definitely relaxes a bit at hearing Tom's voice and slowly kind of cracks an eye open and is just, Tom?
Oh, Camille! And Tome very much moved to cover up the conspiracy boards as he quickly moves over to Baby Awake.
Baby awake!
Baby Awake moves over to Camille and crouches down at the side of bed. How are you feeling?
I'm a lot better. How long was I out?
A good bit.
So, what time is it?
What time is it, would you say, beloved?
You did say afternoon.
Yes, but my afternoon, your afternoon may be different.
Usually for me, afternoon is between 1 and 4.
Okay, I was thinking 2 p.m.-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's afternoon.
Yeah, that's afternoon. About 2 p.m.
Oh, I was really out.
You were really sick, Camille.
I I know. Usually it's I can at least hold on until I get home.
Well, you shouldn't have to. Next time you're sick, just you've seen where I live. Just come by. Message me on the plot device or something.
It kind of just blinks. You, you want me to come by when I'm sick?
Well, I did. Insight? I rolled deception on Tome's end, too. Yep, you can see through him. Tome does pretty well of gathering himself, but you can still very much tell, yeah, he did. He did want you to come by if you were sick. He was worried. I mean, I don't want you to wander around Toontown while sick. I mean, you've met Glue. I guess you could probably go see Glue. I bet they're probably more equipped for children, anyways. But
I'm just, I guess, surprised you offered.
well, I mean, you've seen where I live, so there's no point in trying to hide it anymore.
I guess so. He kind of wants to ask why Tome was trying to hide it,
Do it.
but he also doesn't know if he should, considering, he's trying to be a little bit better.
It's up to you, beloved.
You can have Tome roll insight if you want.
I will still have Tome roll insight. That's a 12. He's a little flustered still.
Oh. Yeah. So Camille's kind of just sitting there before you slowly just like, so why were you so against people? And then he trails off like, was it because it was a mess before that person popped in?
A little. But I feel a bit safer with less people knowing where I live. You understand Camille as a detective.
I guess I do. You're trying to hide from something then?
You want to insight that, beloved?
Okay.
All right, we had a very soft, fluffy FPS up to this point. We made a whole hour of fluff. Yeah, Tom's trying to hide. Let me see. How well can he hide stuff? Yep, meets it, beats it. Tome is You can't read him and get any details other than a confirmation, but yeah, Tome is trying to hide from something.
Well, if you need help, then again, uh, let me just remind you do have people you can rely on.
People
Especially
keep
if you
bringing that
want.
up, I see.
Yeah, especially if you want them to rely on you.
Oh, Tome is handing me a lot of mixed emotions on that.
Yeah, I hold a sleepy boy.
Yeah, Sleepy Camille really is just being bluntly honest here. Well, I'm already getting help on that.
You are?
Yeah, I mean,
From who?
well, you did offer to help me on my case.
Camille is a bit more awake at that.
Yeah, so Tome's case has something that has him hiding from it. Interesting, fun.
He is making note of that.
And yet he tried to do it on his own.
Mm-hmm. And he does sit up now and kind of scrub at his eyes a bit like, well, I'm glad that you are still choosing to uh let me help. Though what about others?
I'm still thinking about it. You're not gonna have to insight that because you did have the text messages.
Mhm.
You know very well who Tome's thinking of when he says it like that.
Is this about the thing with Shiro again?
Ish. The detective, Zumi, is a very capable detective. It would be wonderful to have him on my personal case.
Then I'll go tell him that.
I mean, you've already told him? I'm sorry again.
God.
Help me, please. For context, for future listeners, while you're out, Azumi saw someone in the gallery mention Azumi and just popped up in the gallery.
But yeah, so what were you saying?
I need a
Yeah, so he is kind of just blinking like, great, so I'll tell him that then.
Haven't you already?
Uh,
The hospital?
well, okay. He was already awake, and the conversation was in that territory regardless.
Doesn't mean you need to invite him on the case. And you could tell Tome is very much stiff about this, just as you remembered from the phone conversation.
Well, I mean, I am just a kid, so I figured it would be good to have um a capable detective that I knew was trustworthy help, or at least
What
offer
about
to
me?
help.
I had it. Sorry, I just saw the end. Help me. In a moment.
God. Okay. Victim. Uh, and he's just like, and okay, you, you are one person, and I am a kid. So, like, half a person. You need more.
And you aren't going on most of these cases. Tome very quickly clarifies that.
Exactly. So, you need someone that can protect themselves and others, and who is
I
still a capable detective.
you can tell Tome is very much wanting to do the "I could have done it" argument right now, but he is very much biting his cheek.
Yeah. Like, Shiro and Moria both kind of fit that bill.
Well, Detective Moria, perhaps. Gallery quiet.
Listen, if you're mad at Shiro because of that, then you be mad with me as the person who kind of made him offer.
And I cannot stay mad at you.
It really wasn't Shiro's fault, okay? He just wanted to help. And he is kind of glancing away and picking at the sheets.
You trust Detective Azumi, and I will trust that.
Camille nods, like, well, not to be too dramatic or anything, but I have already trusted him with my life, so.
I'd expect so much from your family. And Tome is going.
Wait!
Wait, oh, God, I forgot you said you weren't. Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to that.
No, we're. It's complicated, okay? But we're not brothers, and you probably. It's probably best if you don't say that around
Um, Noted. Gives you a look.
him. Kind of just gives a little shrug.
I won't.
But yeah, I trust him with a lot, and I think he could really help, especially in areas that I'm not really suited for.
Like I said, I'm just gonna. Camille Christie, I trust you. And that will be enough for me. I just may not be the happiest about it.
You really need to talk with him.
I will talk to him when I present the case to him.
Okay, no, that is kind of I am not leaving you two alone in a room together, okay? That's not gonna end well, even I can tell.
I think it ended perfectly fine. We are both, as you said, very capable detectives. We could very much keep our patience.
Yeah, you're both very capable detectives who seem convinced that the other hates them.
There's a blink. He thinks I hate him.
Ah, shit.
I very much don't like him at the moment because I don't think it's hate. No, there's only one person I hate right now.
Yeah,
It is not
Tome,
him.
I'm so sorry, but Camille just took your swear. Cause shit was
Yeah,
in Cam.
you took the second, he took the other second, the New Day swear. No. know of only one person I hate. And though I don't like him and his attitude and his behavior and how he handled our first meeting, I do not hate him.
Well, you can't exactly blame someone for trying to stop you from doing the same exact thing that got me in the hospital along with
I was a
others.
stranger. He had no reason
Have you considered that everyone starts as a stranger at some point?
to. Do you think that Azumi and I could ever be... I don't even know. Friends? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, if you could get along with me.
Tome is thinking in his head, we should not use you as an example, Camille, because I see you as a son, and I think Azumi would actually kill me if I saw you as a son. But Tome does not say that out loud. That is very much what Tome is thinking right now.
Oh,
But
Tome. Beloved.
Tome voice, do not use you as an example, Camille, because I think Azumi would actually kill me if I saw him as a son.
Yeah, that would very much not be good. However, he is a little stupid and does not have that context.
Yeah, he does not realize that's that because Tome is doing very good at hiding it.
Yeah, so he'll just say, he's like, listen, you two really just need to talk things out. I mean, you're both adults. Aren't you supposed to be better at that sort of thing?
Camille, one of the first things you need to learn is just because you could become an adult does not mean you get good at communication.
Well, you've done a very good job of proving that now.
Uh, excuse. I am attempting.
You are trying, which is very appreciated. So, why don't you go and try with Shiro?
Tome. I know why Tome won't. I don't think Tome wants to admit that. For the audience's sake, Tome does not want that because Azumi read him very well in their first meeting, and Tome did not like the idea of somebody being able to read him that easily.
Tome, buddy.
He is a very complicated and stupid man.
He sure is, and we love him. So Camille just sighs, like, listen, I, like I said, I'm not keeping you both in the same room alone, but do need other people, and Shiro is one of the best detectives I know.
Fine. I will try and be more open to his involvement in this case. Only for you, though.
Camille is taking that last bit and kind of turning it over in his mind.
Yes?
Unfortunately, he's stupid.
He is stupid because Tome is sure not being subtle, even though he tries to be.
Yeah, and he's just like, well, I guess I can be pretty convincing. Um, thanks for
And
giving him another
trustworthy.
shot.
Like I said, it's. Moon, it's the least I can do.
Camille nods. He's
You. Wait, you go.
yeah, he's kind of doing he's kind of tapping his fingers against the sheets now as he thinks like he should probably tell uh oh, it's so late. I should tell Leah that I didn't get like kidnapped again or something.
Leo, the barista boy.
Uh well, um yeah, he kind of you know how tunes are.
Tome just handed me a wide variety of emotions because he picked it up. He knows how tunes are. He knows found family. Oh, oh, give me a second. I did not expect Tome to hand me that level of pain.
Oh no!
Oh, oh, that actually like physically hurt me. Like I, the player, felt that. Oh,
Oh no, Tom.
listen, Tome is handing. Oh, Moon, ow.
I
Oh.
love that you actually use moon now. Uh, what is that? What is that? Is that a whiz save?
That was a deception. That was a deception. I probably should do a whiz save too.
Okay, that I'm. Is this weighted or something? What the fuck? This is the same dice I've been using. Anyways, for nat fucking 20 on the insight, I even made sure to like roll it halfway across the table this time, but
It's okay. But yeah, no, dice have decided. Yeah. Whew, give me a second.
yeah, take a moment to.
Wow. Oh.
And
Whew. Give me, give me. Wow.
I hold you so gentle.
Did not expect that much hurt from him.
Hopefully we can resolve that.
Yeah. Yeah. Tome, very much. I'm gonna make that whiz save now. Whew. Okay, I know what he handed me first, so we're gonna play that, but we'll keep that for how he gathers himself afterwards. There is a moment where Tone very much you can read him easily. Um Tone yeah, Tone whew, Tone something about that sentence hurt Tone a lot. But he very quickly gets himself together and smiles and goes, "Ah, found family."
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, yeah. God, that's a 30. You probably could pick up because I was gonna say, yeah, I wonder maybe he has a bad history found family, but no, that's a 30. You can tell us specifically something involving you.
Gosh, Camille is giving me. He kind of just blinks and is just like, "It's. Did I say something wrong? Did I do something
No,
wrong?"
no, 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 no. You did nothing wrong. Honestly, I'm really happy that you found people in your life.
Cause
You've all you used to seem pretty lonely.
cause you don't exactly seem very happy about it.
No, no, no. I am happy, really, Camille. I'm I'm really happy.
You sound like you're about to cry.
I need to roll a deception because I feel like Tome's holding himself better, but he is giving me lots of emotions and I, the player. Oh,
That
God.
does
No,
not
Tome's not
beat.
doing it together. Oh, wow. Tome is really going through it right now. Okay. Okay. Man. Whew. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Really, Camille, yeah, no. Really, Camille, I'm happy for you.
He's squinting at you. Like,
I will say, God, this hurts me. He is genuinely happy for you. And that's the part that hurts me the most.
oh. What's funny is Camille might actually recognize this feeling.
Yeah, he probably does. With that 30.
Yeah, Camille's just like, um, no, there's something else here.
Excuse me?
You, it's, it's,
Thomas
familiar.
handed me he just wants to leave this conversation right now.
Oh, beloved.
Like, oh, something's burning in the kitchen, or very much, I need to get away.
Like, Camille's kind of just fiddling with the bed sheets, like, it's, familiar.
What? I'm gonna say Tome was actually starting to turn to move, and you say that, and he looks at you with the most concerned look.
Yeah, helped someone get found family a while back, but it also kind of hurt, and it seems. Oh, no, it's silly. Sorry.
You ready for this, Tome? Because he handed me. Oh, he really just wants to see the kid happy. What is it? You're not silly, Camille. You're one of the smartest people I know. Tome is handing me he is willing to get himself embarrassed and rejected if it means the kid does not think he's silly.
Oh,
I'm currently having a lot of emotions over that.
yeah. Camille is still unfortunately so very stupid and does not realize that it's like that. So he's just like, no, it's probably different. Uh,
You shouldn't. Coming from someone who has a gag for it and is kind of known for their bad ideas, you don't normally have bad ideas, Camille. You should be willing to consider them more. And even if it is a bad idea, it's sometimes it hurts a lot more to not share it than to get embarrassed. If Tome does not get a response, he probably will turn to leave and go get cinnamon rolls or something.
man, yeah, Camille does not know how to phrase this. He kind of just sighs. I'm not really good at recognizing that kind of stuff, so I was probably off base somewhere.
that all he says?
I put my head in my hands.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just having a lot of emotions right now.
I guess we are making this real now.
I guess we're making this real now.
For audience reference, we had no idea that this would happen. This was supposed to go other places.
Well, actually, I made a joke. 1 second, I gotta send something real quick via Fletch.
Oh my god. God! Is that what you said?
I didn't think I manifested that hard because I'm like, I can't do this without Fletch's permission, but what if I just kind of heavily leaned into the.
Well, you manifested the dad speedrun, so congrats. You're gonna meet the other one soon.
As long as you're not upset, I'm very cool with it.
Yeah, sure, let's just go for it.
Okay. Is that all he said?
Yeah, he seems like
Okay.
hesitant, a little embarrassed.
You know, that was an insight, by the way. You know, the only way to get better at recognizing stuff is to talk about it. It's me, Camille. It's not like I can judge you on stuff like that. You're free to talk to me, you know?
No, it's just kind of, not really the... Let's just say a lot of things can go wrong if you admit, that you see things like that.
Don't say that. Don't say that to Tome. Don't say that to Tome. He's handing me. God, it's okay. Okay, no, I want this, and I am. No, that's it. We both got approval. We both agreed to this. No, that's it. I'm putting. No, 1 second. I'm not letting Tome do this to me. You are not backing out now. After you've doubled down up until this point. Like what, Camille?
Well, you know how, like, in my situation, it was found family, that kind of, well, you know. I guess I was just wondering if it was the same.
Tome can pick up. You mean that he found family cute, right? That's what Camille's trying to say, right?
Yeah, Camille is specifically trying to say, like, when someone I cared about got found familyed by someone else and I tried to stay away, it hurt. And so he's wondering if you're hurt because of a similar reason.
You want to insight that? Don't tell me.
not real good on that.
Nope, I don't. I refuse this. Why now? I love it when us, the players, finally decide to accept this. The dice go no.
Man. Looks at all the crying emojis.
The gallery instantly weeping. No, gallery, calm down. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. We got this. Tome. You can't read Tome. He's very much unreadable. But he moves to sit down on the bed next to you, and he places a gentle hand on your lap. Camille, why would it matter if that was how I felt?
You know, it's lucky that he's not his brother, or else he might start crying. Thankfully, he's not Leo. And
Maybe he can't cry. Maybe he deserves to cry.
he kind of flinches a bit at that. Like, yeah, sorry for implying that then.
What? Don't apologize, Camille. Would you? Were you upset at that idea? Is that why you reacted that way?
No, it's not that.
Camille, you're allowed to talk to me. Okay? I've done my best. And I know, especially with how I've acted in recent times, it probably has not come across that way, and I've probably not kept your trust as being someone you can talk to, but I really am trying now to be someone you can talk to.
That shows an interesting line. Okay.
Oh?
Kinda just. He kinda just brings a hand up to the side of his neck and taps his fingers along it as he's just like, well, I mean, it's kind of an arrogant thing to assume, isn't it?
And why would you think of that as arrogance?
Well,
Do you not think you're worth someone wanting to care for you?
No, it's not that. No, hmm. He kind of
I'm
trails
gonna
off.
have to say, Tome probably had to take the pin off at this point because the gallery would have killed him.
Yeah, understandable. Just, you say that someone feels that way towards you and they don't. Um, that's it's basically saying that you think of yourself as more than you are, I guess.
I think you'd be worth that.
Kind of just gives a little nod. It it's fine. Really.
You want to incite him, Camille?
Okay, finally.
Please tell me it's a decent roll. Please tell me it's a decent roll. Please tell me it's a decent roll. Thank you. Re Tome says, I think you could be worth that or something like that. What Tome you could tell, however, there is an underlying I think you are worth that. Very much in the I wouldn't I you're picking up some vibes now. And maybe Tome isn't against you continuing this conversation.
Yeah, Camille's just very, very bad about talking about these things. And
I know, and we're teaching him healthy communication.
yeah.
This was supposed to be to get Tome a rogue level, and we're gonna get Tome a rogue level in a bit. But right now we're doing something a little bit more important than a rogue level.
Yeah, Camille kind of just shakes his head like it's well, I'm glad that you think that. But really, I was just worried about. Seems like what I said really hurt you.
Why would it hurt me?
I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking.
Tome does not want to say it. Tome does not want to say it. Tome does not say it. Tome pauses in thought. You know, you really shouldn't call yourself stupid for your assumptions. There's a deep breath. And Tome is very gently running a hand down your back. Camille, it is not my choice who you see as family. That is all up to you.
I
I
know
very much
that.
I very much believe that someone should not found family with someone else unless they're certain the other person would want them in their family. If I was to care for someone like that, I would do my best not to show it until I knew that they wanted me in their family. Me taking deep breaths as Tome attempts to not say it, but
Me putting my head in my hands as Camille gives me very mixed emotions. Because, Spec, I don't know if he would actually be able to accept it outright immediately.
I know. Tome's very gently trying to lead into it. I got my head in my hands trying to figure out how to do this. When both of the players know exactly how this should be going, but both of the users are going, no, we're not going to cooperate now.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, even as Camille kind of connects those dots, he's not 100% sure that this is something that should be initiated at this point in time. And I have my head in my hands. And I think Camille has taken a moment to have a deep breath and kind of not he attempts to examine his emotions, but he doesn't really know, so he's just gonna shrug those off and continue on. Like, it's. I can. If it's not something that you're ready to admit, then that's fine. It's. Well, if there even is anything to admit, of course. Just. You do mean a lot to me either way, okay?
You mean a lot to me. And even though I paused, because I, the player, was taking a deep breath, Tome says that almost instantly.
Yeah, Camille just lets out a slow exhale and then nods, like, well, that's really the only thing that matters, isn't it?
Yeah, that is all that really matters. I'm sorry, Tome just mean to me, Camille, do you see me as a father figure? No, we're not doing that because I cannot say that in a serious face.
God. Especially because legally I have to finish the bit.
Camille, I never got to ask before. Do you actually have any parental figures in your life right now?
Uh,
I know you have family, and if you don't, if you don't have anybody like that in your life, you don't have to hide that from me, Camille. There's
Camille
lots of
just
families in this world.
Camille just looks away and starts sweating.
Yep, yeah, I'm gonna, yeah, I will roll insight. Oh, Tome, see through that! There is a deep breath from Tome. If you would want someone in your life to help, it, all you ever have to do, really, to find family in Inkwell is sometimes just ask.
He nods.
Camille! I'm gonna reach through this computer and throttle your muse, Fletch.
He's he he takes a moment where he kind of looks up at Tome with a small smile, like, I'll definitely ask when I'm ready.
I'll be here to answer when you are.
Yeah, Tome, you can roll insight if you want.
Oh, I'm still rolling insight. It's an 18.
Yeah, so thing is that he did have a parental figure very somewhat recently and is no longer said parental figure is no longer in his life and yeah
Yeah, that can give
that
you some trauma.
yeah he's still not quite over that.
You know, Camille, no matter what, and no matter who you go and live your life with or who is important to you, you will always have me. And I'm sorry that I haven't always been there for you, but you mean a lot to me, little detective, and I hope that you will always know that I will be there for you, no matter what you need. Even if that is sometimes just the talk.
Man, he's kind of pretty obviously processing all of that before he gives you a slight nod, like, uh, yeah, thank you. That really means a lot.
I'm sitting here head in hands right now. I need you to know that I am sitting here head in hands.
I don't think he's
I
ready to
know.
call.
I know he isn't, and Tome's not gonna force him. So I'm just head in hands. 1 second.
Man.
I love how the rogue thing is gonna be so easy after all this 40 chess.
Yeah. These stupid detectives.
Tome sits and he leans against the bed as he continues to gently rub Camille's back. I'm sorry I asked you to talk about your emotions like this.
You would not be the first, and certainly were not was not the most forceful, actually.
Well, you go.
It, someone I know kind of scruffed me and shook me around until I talked.
Well, it's important to me that you're able to talk at your own right. That's more important to me than anything else.
Yeah, and Camille nods like, yeah, glad for that. Thank you.
There's a sigh. Tome is handing me so many mixed emotions right now.
Gosh, these two. And
Cause, just you go.
yeah, so he kind of just slumps a bit, like, so it's fine if we don't really have a word for this yet.
It doesn't need a word. And Tome's giving you the softest smile.
Camille's just handed me so like, oh, this is how Shiro felt.
Hold up, I'm DMing Hobby. I'm DMing Hobby.
he's on the receiving end of the we don't have to call it anything right now conversation.
My teeth coffee. Need a second. Yeah, Camille, you just got found familied, and by someone who is respecting your wish to lack of labels so far.
It's fine. He's just not really ready to have another dad, considering he's still unpacking everything with the first.
Yeah.
Not to mention, the fact that there's some very big things that Tome doesn't know about him, and
Yeah.
he does not feel good about starting a relationship that strong without sharing that fact. But he's also not ready to share that fact, so
Tome is really just handing me rubbing little circles into Camille's back.
yeah, and Camille kind of just he sits there for a while before he kind of just shakes himself like, well, you know, he should probably get some food if it's 2.
I got food already for you. 1 second, kid. And he moves and he goes into the kitchen very quietly, and he comes back with some cinnamon rolls. It was pumpkin, and what was the other one? Gallery?
I will say Camille has already shifted to try and get out of bed.
Walnuts. It is pumpkin and walnuts. Cinnamon rolls. Pumpkin chocolate chip or walnut cinnamon rolls.
So long as neither of them have coconut.
Neither has coconut.
And yeah, so he is kind of shifted to get out of bed and probably is hopping down right as Tome comes back into the room.
So we've got walnut or pumpkin chocolate chip. Both cinnamon rolls, of course.
Where did you get those?
It turns out Lore has been trying to talk to me after our last conversation. And him and Minami sent these as a sort of peace offering.
Well, I'm glad that they're they're trying to work things out with you.
Minami
You
and I
do
are already.
realize you're just being bribed, right? And he's
Really?
kind of he's got a little bit of a smile now.
There's a soft smile back from Tome.
Like,
I
really,
cannot believe you sometimes.
No, really, it's a thing. Like, if you think you've pissed someone off, you can always send them a gift basket. Help, soften the blow. Yes, this
Hey,
is...
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
This is also him kind of in a roundabout way teasing Arata and Sammy. Like,
Oh my
it's...
goodness. These were handmade. I think a little extra effort was put into these.
so
But
it's a really good bribe.
okay, do you know if you want the cinnamon rolls or not? You look. Wait a minute, you used my swear word up earlier.
I guess I did.
Just not even. You haven't even been away for long.
Well, you did say I could talk about anything, right? And I think swears count under anything.
Do you want to talk about your use of swear words to me?
There are a lot of things at crime scenes.
Camille Christie, do we need to talk about your use of language?
No, I think I'd rather just eat cinnamon rolls.
Okay, which one do you want? And there's a small laugh.
He was gonna take the pumpkin chocolate chip.
That's what Tome puts down in front of him. And Tome, of course, has the other. He has the walnuts one because Tome has favoritism.
Not like Camille does. It's fine. And
Sorry, gallery, you all know he does.
and so yeah, Camille starts munching away. Probably at some point while he's eating, pulls out his plot device to. Okay, wait, I do have to make a roll for that. You are fucking kidding me. That's a fumble.
I told you it's a gag at this point. Tome makes people fumble.
I cannot believe this.
It's an actual gag.
Yep, he pulls out a book titled The XYZ Murders. He's just like,
I
no,
am really just starting to think you cannot use your hammer space around me.
no, my hammer space has always been a bit, finicky?
I know. And he just gently ruffles Camille's head because, haha, no hat, he can do that now.
There's a little indignant squeak as he's just like, hey, listen, it comes with the whole being half Toon thing.
Tome takes a bite of
Sometimes.
his cinnamon roll. You go.
Yeah, no, he's just like, he just said sometimes.
Wouldn't know anything about that, now would I? And he takes a bite of his cinnamon roll with a little bit of a smug knife cat face.
Yeah, whatever, you've already seen most of it anyways.
You saw quite a bit of mine. Not all of it, though. I think you got through about half of it.
Please tell me you at least invested in boxes.
Tome looks away sweating.
Come, you can't pull out something that is going to give you a panic attack mid-case.
I'm fine.
No.
Do you know how hard it would be to invest in all those boxes and then label all of them?
You can just have
I mean, I
one.
live with a panic attack waiting and emotions to the boards, so I'm pretty sure the
You
items are the
keep
least of my problems.
boards that give you a panic attack in your bedroom.
Not necessarily. I'm just it's more just eat the cinnamon roll, Camille.
What is even?
You can roll a perception if you wish, because it's that trope. He threw on the. Let's be honest. He threw on the covers very quickly.
Yeah. Of course you'd see. Of course you do. He does still remind me to still have him try and fish out the plot device at some point because he does need to text Leo.
Very much so. Yeah, it's you can't see everything because he did throw it on, but you can very much see underneath that conspiracy board is a lot of notes, the type that would be associated with a case.
So if you're doing all of your research and casework here, I don't see what the problem is in getting one big box, putting all of the upsetting things into that box, and then keeping it here where it can be easily referenced in a space in which you feel safe.
Yeah. I actually do have my reasons for that, Camille, but do not worry about it.
And what reasons are those?
There are certain things I do not wish to fall into others' hands.
I don't think you're gonna be at risk for that here as long as you have, like, good locks.
There's a snort. You saw where I live.
Yeah.
I've put as many locks as I can, but still.
Well, then get the big box and keep it in your hammer space.
And risk pulling out all of them at once?
Oh, come on, you have statues in there.
There's a snort. Oh, the statues. Oh, you really had a lot of trouble with those, didn't you?
I'm. Can I say his? Can I update his age, please?
Sure.
All right. I'm 7 years old. We aren't exactly known for having a lot of strength.
There's a blink. Wait, you had your birthday?
Uh, yeah, a little while ago.
I didn't even know I would have gotten you something. Oh, 1 second. And Tome's standing up.
Wait, no,
This
you
gives you a
don't.
chance to get on your plot device.
And he's just like, you really don't have to.
Um, there is a soft, etchy smile. Yeah, but I want to.
Really, it's not that big a deal.
Well, if it's not that big of a deal, then don't worry about it. Just gives a shrug. And he's moving to go and look through all of his stuff.
Yeah. All right.
I'll let
You'll
you work to
never
pull the plot
fucking
device
guess
out.
what he got.
No, did he get the coat?
He did.
Put it back. It's not allowed.
Alright. Yeah, so he pulls out.
Actually, wait, no, pull it out. Pull it out. I have something better.
Yeah, so he does pull out Tome's jacket.
You gonna say anything?
He just blinks like, it has been so long. Tome, I finally managed to get your jacket back.
Tome glances over. Ah, keep it. And he goes back to looking.
Keep it? Wait. There's visible question marks.
Tome's not gonna answer that. Tome's having a lot of mixed emotions, but it was his first instinct.
I. This is yours.
Well, you've had it that long, and I'm sure it can keep you warm. So, keep it.
It reaches the ground when I wear it.
There's a pause. 1 second. And he walks over and he goes and grabs your coat, and then he goes over to the gift basket and he pulls out some sewing stuff. And then he just sits down on the bed with some scissors and sewing stuff and starts cutting up the jacket slightly.
Wait, that is a Tome.
Consider it a birthday gift. And he is just sitting there working on that now while you two talk.
Gosh. Camille does not know how to deal with that, okay.
Camille, considering the conversation you just had, I think we all know why this is happening.
Yeah, he's kind of just sitting here.
The man trusted you with a place that's obviously something he doesn't trust anybody with.
Mm-hmm.
I think this should be the least surprising thing happening.
You know, fair. He's just a silly little boy sometimes.
Okay, we gotta get the rogue level in. This is the reason we did this rogue level. If we get through a whole FPS without this, I think we will actually die.
Don't worry, we need the plot device, please.
Get the plot device.
No, that's a 1.
I swear it's a gag with Tome at this point.
Alright. He pulls out a soccer ball.
Please don't kick that in here.
Well, now I'm tempted.
Or at me.
Well, now I'm even more tempted.
You do that and you are grounded.
You can't ground. Listen, Moria already grounded me once.
Sorry.
I don't need you. I don't work for you. You can't ground me.
I can still tell you.
You can.
But no,
tell?
I won't ground you. That's not my place. Sorry, I didn't mean to slip like that.
No, I mean, Moria already kind of grounded me once, so.
Moria, I need to check in on her.
He's another very capable detective, you know? And he doesn't kick it, but he does toss the soccer ball towards you.
I'm gonna roll a dex. Sleight of hand or dex?
Make a dex save, it's funny.
Dex save? Okay. Oh, beloved.
Man, it gently bonks against you before falling to the ground.
Camille Christie.
I didn't kick it.
Oh, you are a smart little boy, aren't you?
That is why I'm a detective, yes. And he's fumbling once again. Okay, you can't pull out a second soccer ball. He got another roll for that same space.
It's funny.
No, it's fine. He only has one soccer ball. Here, I can flavor it as this. He actually pulls out his notebook. And, hey, Tome, you can recognize this one.
Ah, I see you're still using it. And there's a really softness to his face.
Yeah, my old one kind of started running out of pages.
Well, then I'm glad I got that for you when I did. I hope it's been useful.
Yeah, it's been a lot of help. And he sets that down on the table before going to try and grab another to find. Please. Please. I can't. Please.
He said this wasn't gonna last a while because we weren't doing a fumble.
No. God. Comment. I know you fucking manifested this, you bastard.
Oh my gosh, is it what I think it is?
Comet, you manifested this. This is why he kept fumbling, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, I can hear Comet dying in the gallery.
Yeah, he pulls out a set of pictures from a photo booth containing a very familiar group of Toons.
Tome looks over. Oh, so you did keep them.
Yeah, I guess it kind of just ended up back in my hammer space.
Yeah, well, maybe you should talk to Minami about that.
Yeah, I kind of have to talk to her soon anyways. He's totally
I
not
hope that
nervous about the
conversation goes
conversation.
well.
Don't worry about it.
I'm inciting. We're not gonna have him find out the truth, but I'm definitely inciting. That's a 25. Tome knows you're nervous.
Yeah.
There's a pause as he looks over. You know, Minami's one of the sweetest Toons I've ever met. I'm sure she'll be willing to listen to you. I mean, she was willing to listen to me after everything I've done.
Have not seen her feral side.
Well, you're a good kid, Camille, and I'm sure that no matter what, she'll forgive you in the end. If anything, maybe you and I can make a gift basket to send to her.
You want me to go and talk to her with a bribe?
Well, we could. We could definitely work on that after this. Or, if anything, worst come after she goes completely feral on you and I possibly lose one of my only people I know in this world anymore, we can send a gift basket after that.
Yeah, I'll. Okay, yeah, I can go with a gift basket, I guess.
We can work on
It
that in a bit
seems
then.
to help soften the blow. So, maybe there's something to the practice after all.
Who knows?
I mean, it seemed like the bribe worked on you.
Okay, that's enough, actually. Or I will purposely make this just a bit too small.
He raises an eyebrow.
Just to make it just slightly uncomfortable. Just out of spite a bit. There's a soft smile. You know he's not going to do that.
It would definitely be the first time something's been too small for me.
You are very, 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 very tiny. And it said so affectionately, coming from a person who's 7 feet tall.
He just lets out a big sigh, like, trust me, I am well aware.
Oh, I just think it makes it easier to hold.
I'm also well aware of that.
Oh, do you not like it?
I'm perfectly capable of using my own 2 legs.
Oh, but sometimes it's nice to just get a hug.
I'm.
The gallery is right. There is a bit of Timmy showing through in this, but this is, I will say, this is more the dad side of things. This is definitely the dad kind of teasing, but yeah, no, a lot of my characters do share that. Listen, once they start to found family Camille, it's a progression, it's inevitable.
Yeah, it's just like, no, it's I. Holding people is different from a hug. So, there.
Would you prefer it if I hugged you from now on?
That's a little embarrassing.
So no hugs?
Me remembering that
What's
one.
wrong? And Tome is putting down the thing and walking towards you. Do you not want a hug?
No, I'm fine.
You're
Really.
getting scooped in a hug.
There is another squeak noise as he's hugged.
And then you're put back down with a gentle ruffle. You might start to regret that I've started to warm up to people.
I'm certainly, maybe I should have just done the usual thing of introducing you to other people instead of me. You know, less hugs that
Oh?
way.
Oh, Tome, don't be like. Oh, Tome just handed me something. Okay, would Tome be that mean? Like you did with the other person?
Mm.
Sorry.
Yeah, Camille kind of just goes quiet at that and is just, I should probably get out my plot device.
Very much. Look at the gallery.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Consider Camille messaging Leo. Help! I think I just got. I think I might be getting adopted. What do I do?
Yeah. Uh, just a very complete difference between the tone of the FPS right now and the tone of the gallery.
I mean, if you want, Camille could even call them. However you want it.
Hmm?
I see what the gallery wants. Before the gallery even sent it, the gallery wants a call.
Yeah. Yeah. Or once he can
You're
actually
gonna have to
get it out of his hammer space, which, guess what? That's a 1.
I cannot believe this.
Uh,
We haven't even got to the rogues.
I know, right? It's fun. I know how to
I mean,
incorporate the rogue stuff. But yeah,
okay, thank goodness, because I'm just sitting here head in hands.
yeah, so
We got so distracted by adoption that we could.
yeah, Camille definitely sobers at that comment, and there's a bit of a flinch before he's going back to his hammer space. And he instead fumbles and pulls out a note with Shirazumi's information, which is very hilarious. He's setting that down on the table.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you can do this, Camille. You can do this.
Okay, he's finally free. And yeah, Camille pulls out the plot device and is just like, I should probably go call him. I'll be back.
All right. There's a pause. Tome Siphons, I would not stand out in the hallway. He nods to the kitchen or bathroom. I will looks at his eyes. I'll put my pin on and listen to the gallery for a bit.
He nods like, yeah, thanks.
And he puts his pin on gallery. Cone can hear you. I'm not
Yeah.
going to interact with you because we're doing the call, but just know Tome is listening to you, and anything you say about the call, Tome will not hear.
Yeah, but also, yeah, Tome, beloved, you did kind of go just a bit too far with that joke.
He didn't. That was not meant as a joke, by the way. Tome did not mean that as a joke.
Yeah.
Tome meant it as a. Tome meant it as a. Honestly, the way Tome handed it to me is, I don't want that because that would mean there's a possibility we would have never been close.
Yeah, Camille took that as a, wow, you sure did this wrong, buddy. You sure fucked up there.
Yeah, Tome is not trying to say that.
Unfortunately, Camille's just a little bit
I
stupid.
know. I know they're both stupid. Anyways, would somebody like to unmute?
Dabs on recording.
Thank you for your
Hello,
dab.
hello.
Hi! I'm here for my short cameo.
Yeah. So,
Leo, once again, keeping his title as AI character with the most cameos.
yeah, so Camille dials you up. Like, yeah, it's 3 p.m. and you finally gotten a call from your big brother.
Little big brother. It rings once. And then there's a frantic answer again.
Hey, Leo, I'm fine. No, Leo, I'm no, Leo, I'm fine.
know where you were.
I'm sorry. I another detective's place. It's fine. He's trustworthy. He helps me feel better. I'll be home tonight probably. If not, I'll text you. Okay? You know how plot is in Toontown. I'm fine. I did not. It's not kidnapping this time.
Something happened.
What?
I thought something happened. I can translate that for you.
It's something.
I thought something happened and you got hurt.
I didn't get hurt. I did. This is why I tell you that, plot happens in Toontown. Sometimes I won't be back.
It's 3 in the afternoon.
I kind of slept until 2. And then we had this weird conversation about like found family. I don't really
Oh, the line I was given.
Oh?
Because I hold up Leo, who has found family a dad, has not called him dad, but that they both know that is what this is. And the thing that Leo handed me was, oh, did you get dad found family?
I I maybe I'm not sure. We kind of didn't really want to give it a word. I I don't think I'm ready for that kind of thing. I kind of only just got you back, and we're still processing everything with Papa because he wasn't exactly the best. And now it's Camille's turn on the nervous ramble, by the way. This is where the family resemblance shines.
There's a bit more blubbering as Leo processes that. I'm so sorry. I found another dad. I'm sorry.
Why are you so... No, that's great. No, you are allowed to have as many dads as you want, Leo. I'm sure that whoever he is, he's a pretty great dad, okay? Just...
I'm sorry, I'm dying over here because I have the other context, which is, man, wait till they both find out what that they both found family. That's okay.
Yeah, it's a great time. Camille's just like, it's okay. I just don't know if we're ready. I mean, he doesn't know about the thing. And
Will you tell him one day, do you think?
well, if I tell him and it kind of makes everything weird because he thought you were getting a cute little kid and turns out no, it's a whole ass teenager. That's a pretty big difference when it comes to being a parent, I think.
If he's not okay with that, I don't think he would be a good dad.
I mean, listen,
Leo, very biased towards his brother.
Yeah, Camille's not smart, and just like, no, he's pretty great. I mean, he's helped me out a lot. It's just, well, Dad, if you find out your whole relationship is kind of founded on a lie, that does tend to put a kink in most things.
Won't say that. That's mean.
Say it. Sorry, I'm gonna mute.
Nope, I'm not gonna be mean. Leo's a crybaby. He wouldn't do that.
Was it about Camille not telling Leo for a real long time?
Maybe. Maybe so. But no, Leo is just loud sniffling on the other end of the plot device. As Leo is like, well, either way, if you do found family and dad, you deserve a good one.
I'm glad for that. Thank you. You also deserve to have a good found family, Dad. There's just a lot of things at play right now that kind of doesn't make it the best time.
Okay.
Are you okay, Leo? You still crying a bit.
It's been a long morning.
I mean, it, you have Jubilee and Timmy to help you calm down, right?
I thought something bad happened to you again.
I put out the disclaimer all the time whenever I go to Toontown. You know that
I
plot.
know, but it was a long time. I got scared.
I'm Leo. Listen, I'm sorry. I should have texted you last night. I kind of passed out mid sentence.
Are you okay?
I just got. It was really pouring in Toontown, and the kind of plot mandated pouring that makes people sick when they have to be sick. Um, and I fell asleep. It's fine. He helps me, and sure that I didn't get worse. But yeah, uh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm fine. I'm feeling a lot better today. Okay,
Okay.
if I'm not home tonight, then I'll be there tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Good now.
Mhm.
Sure.
Mhm.
To text you tonight if I don't come back that I haven't gotten kidnapped again.
Please text me.
I can do that.
And you know what to text.
I know. All right. You go. You should probably go drink something before you get a dehydration headache, Leo.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I love you. Bye.
I love you too. Bye.
I hold them so gently, Your Honor.
They're idiots. And Camille hangs up, and he he goes. He probably made the call from the kitchen, and is now heads back to the other room.
Tome, noticing this, puts the pin away. Even if he's mid conversation with the gallery, because priorities. And he pauses before he actually proudly holds up a coat that's been fitted to your size.
Oh, Tome. And Camille thinks like, oh, that's really nice. Thank you.
Well, I mean, like I said, you've kept it this long, and might as well have something that fits you.
Well, I mean, I do have plenty of things that fit me already.
More never hurt. And he just gently folds it and places it down on the bed next to him.
Thanks.
You're welcome, little detective. Yeah. Man, Tome is handing me thank you, but he doesn't want to say it out loud. Cause man, is he just having emotions right now?
Yeah, meanwhile, I shake Camille because he's still a little bit closed off from the comment Tome made earlier.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna insight that. That's a nat 20.
Gosh. Yeah.
That is dad instincts.
Yeah, he does.
Camille,
See,
you go.
you do indeed see all of that, and the fact that his current downness didn't start with the phone conversation. Actually, it started with a very particular phrase you said.
What phrase? The player is stupid.
The one that upset him earlier, that about
Like what you did with the other person?
yeah, that one.
There's a sigh. Camille, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said the other. It was not nice of me, and speaking of arrogance, it was arrogant of me to even assume I was anywhere on that situation. Not to mention it wasn't kind, since you'd obviously shown that it hurt you, and it was a lot of trust in me to share that with me, and I betrayed it, so I'm sorry.
Oh, it's alright. I know that I really messed up there already, so.
Well, I mean, not too late to get that person in your life.
I do now, actually. But
Then you go.
still know that I really didn't handle things well, and I messed up there, so.
Well, even the greatest detectives like Sherlock Holmes has to make mistakes. The fact that you learn from it and you still put them in your life, honestly, I think that means a lot more than if you'd done it the first time. People who are willing to stick through with you and not give up, even if they make mistakes, those people aren't, shouldn't they mean a lot more than the people who cared about you from the beginning and just went for it, but never really worked for it?
Tome, beloved, you're giving him very mixed signals, and he doesn't know how to react to that.
Tome is really stupid. I need you to understand
Yeah,
that.
they're both really stupid.
We love them so much, but God, they're so stupid sometimes.
Mhm. Yeah, Camille kind of just thinks, like, okay.
Sorry, I don't. It's been pointed out to me recently. I keep doing that where I just show my age a little sometimes or something. I don't know. Sorry, I shouldn't ramble so much.
No, it's not that. Um,
Do you? This is the part where and he mumbles this part to himself. This is the part where I'm supposed to say this. Do you want to talk about it? You don't have to, Camille, especially after just a couple seconds. Not that couple, just a couple minutes ago. But I just, like I said, and I'm trying to, and it's hard. But God, you see, and uh, by the way, you can't see it, but he was very, because I was doing it, but like he was very much moving his hands around, kind
oh,
of like trying to explain, but not working.
yeah. Camille's just like, um, sorry, there was someone starting a fight outside. It's fine. They're gone now.
It's in character for the location.
Yeah. He'll kind of just like, it's just, I'm not really sure what you're trying to say.
I'm trying to say, I don't think you should beat yourself up for how you acted. Because you did get them in your life, and
You were the one
I think that's really important. Sorry.
The one who kind of brought up how badly I messed up.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You thought that I meant it like that. No. It was more of I was trying to understand the situation. Sorry. I didn't mean it. He's not going to say the line he's thinking, but the full line he's thinking is, I can't, if you're a bad person for doing that, then what does that make me?
Tome, I shake you.
He's not going to say that. He just goes, yeah, no. I would never think of you a bad person for just wanting someone else to be happy. Like I said, I'm glad that you got them in your life now. Because you deserve just to be as happy as the people you make happy.
I place my hands so very gently on Camille's shoulders. We are not going to ask him. We are not going to make that question of surprise there.
Do it. If you want.
Gosh, he's just so stupid because what he handed me was like, I make people happy? Like,
do it. I will see. You think the loving hours ends with me?
Well, I would. However, we do have something to get to.
We do. I will leave it up to you, beloved. We can have the other as almost like a very end thing, because I do know how to do it quickly. And we could treat it almost as an epilogue. It depends on what you want to prioritize right now.
It's Camille kind of just blinks a little bit in surprise at that before nodding like, yeah, sure.
Inciting. I'm inciting. I have to incite, beloved. Nope, Tome does not see anything.
Rip.
If he had said it.
And yeah, he's kind of moving back towards the table like, well, you said something about making a gift basket?
Yeah. Why don't we... I have a few things, and... Yeah, why don't we do that? We can work on that now.
Yeah, he's
and Tome moves to sit
100%
down next to
changing
you.
the subject.
They're both so stupid, and they're both unable to acknowledge their emotions.
Yeah, he's starting to learn and come to terms with things. He's just also a bit stupid.
They both are.
As Camille kind of just nods like, yeah, I was thinking that maybe we could thinking if we were going to do a card, maybe we could write it in code.
There's a blank code?
Yeah. She's a detective, she probably likes that, right?
Yeah, You want to insight that? Get another dirty 20, please. Or nat 20. If you get another nat 20, I will actually laugh my head off right now.
Thankfully, not another nat 20.
Yeah, that is still a 23 though. Tome doesn't know how to do code.
Oh. Camille thinks like you don't know code? Or codes?
Yeah. You could say it's a bit above my level. There's a nervous laugh.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's not that complicated.
He looks over at you, a little confused.
It's, and he goes over and picks up his little notebook and kind of flips it open to a to one of the pages that's kind of just notes on how a particular thieves' cant works. As he's just like, it's once you know the translations for things, it's actually really easy to read.
Tome is looking over curiously.
Camille is showing it to him. Like,
Tome's very much just reading it as he takes it in slowly. Okay. So. Okay. So we should make a code for her to figure out.
yeah, well, we'll probably have to mix Thieves' Cant up with some other ciphers, but honestly, the hard part about ciphers is cracking them, not making them.
Well, let's. Minami is a very smart girl, so best work together to make the best cipher we can.
Bill nods. But first, we should probably make sure that you understand it first. You can't exactly cipher something that you don't really know.
There's an awkward laugh. Alright, guess it's time for the little detective to teach the old detective something.
Well, I kind of have a habit of collecting this sort of stuff.
Tom just smiles at you really softly in thought. And a bit of wonder. Just a smidge of pride.
How dare you make me have feelings?
I tap what I put for the fluff.
And Camille opens up the notebook and starts to explain how it works. Like, probably tries to find one of the ones with an easier theme. Maybe the recipe one that he showed Sammy. Sort of just went through, kind of just trying to go through the sort of translations and how you string together mundane words to mean something else.
I'm gonna make an intelligence check to see how Tom is learning.
Oh. Advantage, please. Getting help. Shakes him.
He's trying. You can tell he's trying. But it is very hard for him.
Kind of pauses, like, oh, maybe we should try and start with something that you really know. Like a topic that you're really interested in or know a good bit about.
Tome handed me something he's very interested in, but I think Camille may kill him if he makes another thing about his trauma. There's a small wince. Well, I know a lot about one thing, but I think you'd get a little upset with me if I made that something I interact with daily.
Camille squints, like, what is it?
What was the official term we used for it?
God, I know that we've called him a cryptozoologist before, but that doesn't...
A misted zoologist. There's not really a term for it. Most people don't really even study it, but it's the study of a rare type of creature. Mutations, stuff like that.
Of course
Things
you had
that
to
shouldn't be
mention
possible.
that.
I'm sorry. Okay. It's part of it.
Yeah, Camille kind of perks up at that, like, what are they again?
Okay, we're gonna hope that Camille does not remember this from the flashback. Mystids is what I officially call them.
It's fine. I think that's specific names like that are probably too blurred for him to remember.
Okay.
He was suffering a lot of blood loss at the end of that.
He was.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah, Camille thinks, like, Mistids? That's kind of a silly name, isn't it?
There's a small flinch. It's what I was told they're called. My research. Beloved, you just called it silly. I need you to understand that did actually hurt Tome.
No. Yeah, Camille is just like, sorry, I just meant it's, an interesting choice for a name.
You don't have to lie, Camille. Okay? You don't have to lie to me about anything.
Me sitting here, like, oh, but he does.
You know.
No,
Camille, I'm very well aware most people who find out about that study think of it as stupid or silly, and you wouldn't be the first and you're not going to be the last, so don't apologize and just move on, okay?
Actually, I do find this study really interesting, just the name.
It sounds... I don't even know why they call them that. It's just... I guess it's because they're not supposed to be real.
But despite not supposed to be... Despite them
Oh,
not...
they're very much real. Like I said, it's very much a studying of things that shouldn't be possible.
Yeah, Camille is very, very interested in this now.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, oh, what kinds of impossible things?
Crazy abilities, extreme mutations, evolutionary stuff that makes what you would think be something that a creature should not be able to do possible. It's making the magical things. It's like he snorts. It's almost like the thing of legends. After all, that's what many of them have become.
Oh, it's magic?
No, it's not magic, actually. It's all science, though a lot of people would think of it as magic. But there's science to it. That's taps his head. What I study. Trying to figure it all out. It's important to my case.
Man. Spec You're dropping so much stuff in front of Camille that he's very much.
He told the kid he'd start trusting him.
Yeah. And Camille's just like, that's amazing, actually.
Tome's looking at you, in a bit of wonder that you think that.
I mean,
You can tell he's not used to that reaction.
it's no less crazy than the stuff I've been looking into.
As a shrug, maybe I can help you with your case, just like you're helping with mine.
Kind of pauses, like, yeah, maybe.
Like I said, you can trust me. I mean, after all, I'm trusting you with the most important thing to me. It's not saying you have to trust me. Oh, gods, I'm not good at this. What I'm trying to say is, you see, and it's,
Oh, I understand.
Okay. He runs a hand through his hair. Okay.
But, well, like I told you a while back, I've been looking into strange things happening without the use of magic.
Oh, that's exactly what my study is. I've seen, he shivers, I've seen very normal creatures become things very dangerous.
Still nods at that. Like, what I'm looking into is probably something pretty different.
I may have found notes on it, though. After all, I have been collecting anything I can.
So maybe there's something. I don't really have any leads or anything more specific on that front. So
Oh.
it's worth a shot.
Tom gives a smile. Well, hopefully we'll be able to help you then.
Hopefully. But regardless, that's probably
Yeah.
not that definitely isn't something that I would have a code on, and we don't want to make up a new thieves' cant on the spot. At least not until you understand how they work. So,
That's definitely a good idea, because I am not as smart as you are, kid, and I am not understanding this.
You're pretty smart. You just need to find something that you're able to parse out easier.
Tom kind of blinks at you at that. Oh, Tome's just handing me wanting to cry. Oh, Tome.
Tome!
He just smiles at you.
Aside from Misteds and all of that, something, maybe a more common hobby or just thing that you're generally knowledgeable about?
Tome kind of sweats a bit. I haven't really done anything outside the case in a good while.
Well, you'd know how to sew, don't you? Could that
Barely.
be something?
Just enough to put my clothes together. There's another drop of sweat. Buying coats like these are expensive, so I find it's cheaper to just patch them up.
Well, you tailored something to be able to fit a child without ever measuring me, unless you measured me in my sleep, which would be very, very rare.
I did not do that. I'm hoping that was just Toon logic. Though I did recently get some sewing stuff from the gift basket.
Yeah,
Maybe I could start picking that up.
I
Here's a
haven't-
small laugh. Maybe I can start making you more clothes.
I have enough clothes.
No, you can always use more. I've seen your fashion. You really are a 6, 7, 7. Sorry, you're a big kid now.
Yeah, I mean, 7-year-olds aren't really known for being the most fashionable, Tome. In fact, it's kind of weird if we are.
Well, I was very fashionable as a kid, so maybe I can help.
It's just weird when kids are too fashionable.
No. Well, if anything, I can help. We can make gifts for people or something. I mean, like you said, bribery is very effective.
It sure is. And we are trying to make one right now. Maybe
Don't think I could make one for Minami, but we can definitely work on that.
Camille nods, like, but heck, do thieves can't? Maybe something to do with sewing you might have better luck with? And
I can try that.
he flips through his notebook pages, and boy, are there a lot of different thieves can'ts here.
I gotta ask, does he have anything involving the gallery talk?
He might actually have gamer terms somewhere in there, but first he's
You want
trying
to see if he?
this.
You want to see if he flips past the gamer?
You know what? Yeah, he flips past gamer talk.
Let me quickly roll an intelligence. I hate
God.
this so much. Wait. And Tome pauses. Go back some.
And he flips back some.
Tome taps the gamer one. Look left, and you will find the passage there.
It's the leet speak that you understand.
What?
It's it's a very interesting permutation of thieves' cant that sort of got very popular online a while back.
Oh, there's a long sigh. I swear if the gallery has had that much of an influence on me.
I am so sorry for you, but hey, we have a thieves' cant that you can understand, so
Well, that's one, but let us keep flipping. I will not be speaking like the gallery. If I start talking about dabbing and no gallery, no, I will not. No, I'm not becoming one of the gallery. No, he's in denial
God. Alright.
because Speck's in denial.
Camille just blinks before nodding, and he flips to one of the variations of thieves' cant that's based around sewing instructions.
Tome can understand it, but he notably has a little bit more trouble with that one.
Do you have advantage? Camille's helping you out for this one. Yeah, so 14 it is. Camille kind of just like, if you want, we can go back to the other one.
I am not speaking like the gallery just yet. Though if Pritch asks, I might. 1 second, it's really funny who just popped in the gallery.
Yeah, this sure did spiral. It's fine.
It did. We've gotten the important part done. We've gotten the important part done.
I mean, to
I'm
be
gonna
fair, I do
say
think
he probably
we're probably
ends with.
wrapping up.
Wait, you go. Yeah, he probably ends with a mix of the two. Let's be honest. He doesn't use specifically elite speak, but he does take what you said about that, and he does mix in a bit of just terms he knows from the gallery mixed with the sewing stuff. And as he starts to get it together, I'm going to roll intelligence with advantage because he's being helped. He starts to form his own little code. Very uniquely toned.
Yeah. Camille kind of smiles at that and actually puts down the code in its own page in his notebook. He's just like, well, it looks like you're starting to get the hang of it.
Thank you, Camille, for helping.
No problem at all.
Well, let us finish this gift basket and I can take you home, okay? Or take you to Moria's office. He says that with a tired little sigh. You can tell he's worried.
I'm feeling just fine, Tome. I can get there myself.
Well, it wouldn't be very responsible of me to let you just wander off by yourself, especially. And he looks out towards the one window he has. Just makes me feel better, okay?
Alright.
We are detectives, and you know how the plot is. If anything, it'll help you get home faster if you run into a murder.
Running into murder has never made anything faster.
Yeah, but I mean, I can be somewhat of a help.
Yes, you are a help. Murders are not.
There's a snort. Well, then we best hurry up in this gift basket so we can start taking you home in case there's a murder.
Alright. And he gives you a small smile. It's just.
Small smile back.
What do you think would be the best way to bribe me?
Definitely an apology starting off. I don't know what you did, but an apology. Because I can tell how nervous you are. You did something.
You have no proof I did something wrong.
You are sweating like I did when I had to go see her. You obviously did something. Probably not as bad as me in my running away, but.
Camille looks away.
You what? You're getting scruffed.
I am going to talk to her. Don't worry about it.
He puts you down. Cheesecakes and flowers.
A cheesecake would
Those are
keep?
what she loves. Hmm?
Think a cheesecake would keep?
Let me go through his spells.
He blinks after that before he face palms like, oh, right, Toons.
And yeah, and I can try and chill it a bit with some of my magic.
It's like, yeah, well, as long as we stick it in the hammer space when it's fine, it should be good.
Exactly. So we have cheesecake, flowers, nuts, the letter, of course, with your apology. What else?
I mean, are you sure I should? giving an encoded apology feels just a little bit weird.
Well, then what do you want to put in code? Perhaps compliments?
I mean, I kind of have an idea.
Well, then try that. Like I said, you have good ideas.
I know. And he's giving you a little
Oh,
shit.
so earlier you were questioning how your ideas, but now
Well, I think sometimes it's a little bit important to have hubris.
I think it might be good now. And there is a laugh as he ruffles your hair.
There's a little squeak again.
You keep squeaking. Are you
Okay,
sure you and Minami aren't related?
I can't help it. It started. It's because
I think it's cute.
Toons.
It's adorable, Camille. Don't stop.
I unfortunately cannot. I've tried.
Well, you shouldn't. It's
No,
sweet.
I think I should. Actually,
No,
I'd
you
much.
shouldn't.
No,
I'd miss it.
no, I would not actually.
Well, that's such a shame because I think I don't think you get a choice here. Like you said, you just really don't have a choice. And there's just a small laugh.
There's a bit of a huff, but it's very much lighthearted.
Tome just ruffles your hair. All right, let's finish this up. And I say they work together on that a lot before they finish the gift basket, and they put it in Camille's hammer space.
Yeah,
And
Camille does look a little bit nervous, but he's just like, well, knowing how the history of gift baskets, this might actually be enough to make it a running gag.
well, it's not a bad gag.
It's not.
And Tome just handed me going to, once they're ready to leave, pick up Camille before stopping.
Camille does.
He's asking.
You're gonna have to say something because Camille kind of just blinks a bit at you, like, what are you doing?
You said you don't like people picking you up, so I wasn't going to.
Well, you're kind of frozen in an awkward position right now.
Sorry. And he pulls his arms back to cross them. Sorry. Didn't realize what I was doing until about halfway. Sorry.
Man, Tom beloved, you
Tome's just
just
looking away,
asked.
sweating.
Camille sighs like, did you want to pick me up?
And it doesn't matter what I want, it's what you want.
I can see you sweating.
Just because I don't want to upset you. This is really just an analogy for their entire relationship, isn't it?
I just. There's this wonderful new invention called asking.
Well, Camille, do you want me to pick you up? I like to imagine he does pause on that though, so there is a. Yes, he's talking about the hug. Totally, just the hug. Still.
Yeah, and Camille kind of just thinks before he nods, like, yeah, sure. I probably shouldn't be overexerting myself.
And Camille, you're picked up very gently and held in Tome's arms. And it's not like a baby or anything, but there is definitely this gentleness to the way he holds you. He places a hand behind your back and he carefully goes over to the door and, shifting you to one arm, unlocks it and grabs his hat, which is now dry, places it on his head, and steps out of the door and locks it up. But as he puts the key away and goes back to holding you with two arms, it's just very, the way he holds you and the way he looks around, it's protective.
Oh. Yeah, at some point, Camille probably did change back into his actual clothes.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm. Yeah, that's probably a good place to leave it.
Yeah, I have to ask, where does Tome drop him off?
Hmm. Hmm. You know, actually, because of some future things, maybe the house with Leo.
Okay. So yeah, there's this knock on the door and yes, somebody, the gallery wants a cameo.
Yes.
Should we end it on a cameo?
Yes, you can do the cameo.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Hi.
There's a
We
very
could
tall
sense
Toon
it.
with your little big brother.
Being held very gently in his arms.
Would he even care to notice that he is being held by a man? I think he'd just be too happy that his brother is in fact home and safe and not kidnapped.
Oh, Leo,
Yes.
beloved.
Yeah, there's just this awkward knock, and Tome's
you
just standing
knock
there.
on the door and there's dog barking and very audible socked feet pounding against like a wood floor, and the door is thrown open. And the red-headed boy who you recognize as one of the baristas who works at the Painted Lady doesn't even look at your face. He looks at Camille and just throws his arms, like hold his arms out like you're home.
Tome hands Camille over.
How tight is the hug?
He was very worried.
There's a squeaky toy noise.
Oh.
You're home.
Tome's just handing me watching this with this, just smiling. Tome.
Yeah, it's just like, I told you I didn't get kidnapped this time.
I know, I was really worried though.
I'm fine. Look, I'm even home earlier than expected.
Tome's first impression of this kid outside of the cafe. Crybaby.
Yeah, all Tome handed me was, and that was what that role was, I'm gonna sneak away. And let them have this moment.
Looks at Leo's passive perception.
Looks at Camille's passive
Yeah, no, I feel like they both
perception.
notice him trying to sneak away awkwardly.
Yeah. Yeah, Camille just looks over at Tome and is just like, oh, okay, bye, Tome.
Yeah, bye. Sorry,
Bye,
didn't want to interrupt the
Inspector
moment.
Tome.
Thanks again for everything.
Anything for you, kid.
Thank you for making sure my brother got home safe.
Here's a laugh. Don't worry, yeah. You two just head inside, and sorry I kept him so long.
Thank you for helping him.
You're welcome. I'll see you at the Painted Lady, I guess. And he gives a small wave and starts to walk off.
Leo gives a wave.
I'll see you at the next murder.
Don't say that.
It's true.
Man, is Tome handing me the moment he's out of sight crying.
What?
Oh.
I'm not
Tome.
joking, beloveds. I'm crying in real life right now.
No.
What? No.
Tome saw Camille happy in a happy home. Where he's loved and taken care of.
Ollie's
And Tome...
brother.
Yeah, but considering...
All he saw was another target for adoption.
I wasn't gonna say it, but... No,
New son target acquired.
Tome really did just hand me... Camille really is happier there. And I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to angst it. I'm sorry. He really just handed
No,
me
I love
crying,
you.
though.
No, you're good. I love you. Just
Fool that he is. This is not competition. This is another son.
See, Tome does not realize that Tome is stupid.
He
don't
will.
worry. He
Leo
will.
is
Tome
very
has
adoptable.
0 family. The idea that you can have a lot of it is kind of going over his head.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
that also fucked Leo up. But
He'll-
yeah, I hold up my boy. He is so very adoptable.
Don't worry, Tome.
Hmm.
You'll get your chance to speedrun the adoption of this kid.
Cute.
But with
See,
that,
it's fine. Joe wouldn't even be the first one.
yeah.
Nope.
With that, we should probably
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I look at the time. I look at how early I have to be up tomorrow.
yeah, beloveds. All right. With that being said, that is where we will leave you for today. Thank you all for listening. I hope you had fun. I know I did. This FPS sure was all over the place emotionally, but you know what? That really does
Right.
fit these two idiots.
It does. I love how we just don't even put warnings anymore for ahead of time, and we don't even try to guess the time. We just know that it's gonna be ugh.
1, long. 2, angsty. At some
Yeah.
point.
All right then. Well,
Bye.
goodbye, beloveds. Bye.